I have played some pretty unique games lately, from bug battles to farming. Hi, I'm LochVaness, and today I'm excited to be sharing my thoughts on all the games that I played recently, so be sure to subscribe so you never miss out on a cozy game review. I'm gonna help you decide if these games are gonna be for you or not. I'll go over what each game is about, the good, the bad, and then if you should buy or skip it. I sank hours into a few of these games, so stick around to see which ones were my favorites. Let's dive in. First, we have Kabuto Park, which is a short creature collecting game with a lighthearted vibe. Playing Kabuto Park just made me feel like I was stepping back into my childhood looking for bugs in the backyard. It has this vibrant cartoonish world and the cute bug battles that just really brought out my inner child. And if you've ever loved collecting critters or just want a lighthearted game, this game is definitely going to be for you. Now, it took me about 3.5 hours to beat Kabuto Park. The game is perfect for casual gamers. It's a short, relaxing game for anyone who's seeking low-stakes fun and a little bit of nostalgia. It is available on PC for $5 and made by the same people who made Manami Lane. They really have a distinct style to their games that is so fun and so playful. Now, it is playable on the Steam Deck, but I definitely prefer to play this on my PC. You can use the trackpad to move the mouse around, and honestly, I'm just not a huge fan of when games do that. It's just a personal preference. Now, in this game, you can catch over 40 bug species across 4 areas using a time-based net swinging minigame. This game also grows tougher as you unlock new zones. You'll be building a team of 3 bugs with really unique stats for sumo-style battles to compete in the Summer Beetle Battles Championship, which you'll be using card-based moves and a push-and-hold type system. You get to customize your terrarium to display your favorite bugs. You use candies from selling duplicates to upgrade bugs or buy better nets or boots. The map themes, ambient nature sounds, and the energetic battle music really ties this game all together. The game has a cute, cartoonish, hand-drawn 2D art, which feels like it was out of a children's book. It has bright colors and whimsical locations like the calm lake and the pine forest. These bugs have really adorable designs, and the characters' expressive faces, especially when they make the sad face post-battle, adds a whole lot of charm. The UI is playful and easy to navigate, and I loved being able to move the arms around and click on it. Now, Kabuto Park really shines with its super cute art and the lighthearted vibe. It's honestly the perfect game to play in the summer, and it did an amazing job at delivering just pure joy through a bug-catching minigame that progressively gets tougher the more that you play it. And it also has some really exciting sumo-style battles that were just really fun. At just $5, it's honestly a steal and has so much polish for a short game. However, I do see the gameplay loop can be a little bit repetitive early on with the duplicate bugs just to be able to find rare ones, and beating the kids in the battles, while it was fun, I felt so bad whenever I saw their sad faces. So overall, after 3.5 hours in Kabuto Park, I was completely hooked with the nostalgic charm that this game brought. It's a definite buy and a perfect little snack of a game if you're wanting something short and lighthearted that won't break the bank. But I would say skip if you're wanting something a little bit more deeper on the narrative side or just something with longer gameplay. Now, if you ever want to see these games in action, I do play them live every week right here on this channel, so subscribe to know when I go live next. Now, next up, we have Song Tavern, Cozy and Adventurous, which is currently in early access. Now, I love a good management game, and the whole fantasy setting and story-driven gameplay here really pulled me in. So if you ever wanted to manage a cozy inn or just want a good narrative, this game has a lot to offer despite some of the rough edges. Now, I played Song Tavern a little over 3 hours. This game is perfect for fans of story-driven farming and management sims. Think Stardew Valley or Tavern Keeper. It is currently available on PC for $19.90, and it's due to release in the future on the Nintendo Switch. Now, I didn't get a chance to try this game out on the Steam Deck yet, but it does mention that it is playable on their Steam site. Now, in this game, you will be serving meals in the afternoon with simple yet satisfying mechanics. During the day, you'll be planting crops and gathering resources to craft meals, all brought to life by fun interactive cooking mini games. There is a strong story-driven narrative steeped in fantasy elements that really keep you hooked through the character interactions. It is currently in early access, so expect some updates to polish the controls and expand the content. Song Tavern had me invested in the story-driven fantasy world, and I adored the characters' outfits. I really liked the night and day cycles where you're balancing farming and tavern work. It really made it rewarding and just felt well balanced. However, the clunky keyboard and mouse controls kind of disrupt the flow a bit. Alongside, the NPCs kind of felt hollow when you talk to them, and there is a lot of dialogue. It took a lot of time for items to process, so if you needed things right away, you either have to wait for them to be finished or you had to buy them. Now, overall, this is an early access title. It has some bugs and limited content, but the tavern management can feel overly simple for players who are wanting something more. Now, after a little over 3 hours in Song Tavern, I enjoyed the story and the tavern management, but the clunky controls really threw me off. It's got a lot of heart for being an early access title, but it just needs a little bit more polish. At $19.90, it's a bit pricey for its current state. I would definitely suggest waiting for a sale or even for a full release. It is playable and I enjoyed my time in it. Moving on, we have Seeds of Calamity, which is currently in early access as well. The pixel art style is one of my favorite art styles, and this game does it so perfectly. I can already hear the Stardew ripoff comments, but this game definitely stands out with its turn-based combat style. Now, I played Seeds of Calamity for a little over 8 hours. It is perfect for fans of cozy farming sims like Stardew Valley who want a dynamic and unique combat system. It is available on PC for $15. Now, this game plays amazing on the Steam Deck. It was honestly the perfect game to just sit back and relax with it on handheld. It has you planting, watering, and harvesting your crops in a really satisfying loop. The combat feels really polished and it sets it apart from your typical farming sims. The resource gathering ties seamlessly into the exploration, allowing you to collect materials for farming and crafting. Seeds of Calamity has a gorgeous art style and its fluid combat delivers a fresh and exciting twist for a farming sim, with progression that flows nicely, and honestly, it just keeps you hooked. I have no complaints here with this game. I thought I was going to be your typical cozy farming game, but I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would. Overall, with a little over 8 hours in Seeds of Calamity, I was absolutely blown away by the art style and the smooth gameplay. At $15, it is a steal for such a polished early access title. I definitely suggest buying it if you love farming with a unique action and just want to help support an indie gem. Now, we have Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma. This was my very first Rune Factory game and it definitely made me want to explore the other games now. My favorite thing was going to the different seasons and gaining the new ability there. I played Rune Factory for 15 hours on the Nintendo Switch 2. Yeah, we can definitely see where all of my time has been spent in this list of games. This game is perfect for people who love farming sims and JRPGs, where it blends Stardew Valley's cozy life sim with Final Fantasy's combat. Its adjustable playstyles make it great for newcomers like me or Rune Factory veterans alike. Now, it is available on the PC and the Nintendo Switch for $60. This is definitely the most expensive game on this list. Now, I didn't get this game on the PC, I got it from the Nintendo Switch 2, and it runs really smoothly, but to me personally, the graphics look amazing when it is docked, and handheld, you definitely see a drop in frames. Now, this game blends cozy and adventurous gameplay together, with playstyle options letting you choose between cozy or challenging modes for a more tailored difficulty. You'll clear debris, plant, water, and harvest crops using a unique drum dance to speed growth, all while crafting with Wolby, who creates terrain tiles for village customization. You're gathering resources by mining, chopping wood, and cooking meals to restore your HP or RP or just gain stat boosts. You'll engage in action-based combat with easy weapon swapping, supported with villagers with high bonding levels, and you get to manage your village by keeping villagers fed and happy through quests to raise their bonds, or they will leave. You're also purifying corrupted individuals to recruit them as villagers, unlock progression nodes via a tree skill, and you get to enjoy these accessibility features like auto dialogue and voice acting. It's got this vibrant anime style visuals that reminded me a lot of Genshin Impact. The UI is polished with a utility wheel for easy navigation, though it can feel a little bit busy at times and I kind of would forget what buttons to press. The villages and fields are really colorful and the overhead farming view is a game changer. Now, Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma really shines with its flexible playstyles and make it accessible and replayable. I love seeing voice acting in games. It is such a refreshing touch. The deep village building mechanics kept me engaged for hours on end. However, the $60 price feels really steep compared to other Sims, and managing villagers' happiness can be a bit tedious over time. The combat focus might also overwhelm players who prefer a purely cozy farming experience here. Overall, after playing 15 hours of Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, I am obsessed. It had such a nice flow to the story and just kept me on the grind. The drum dance, the voice acting just made it feel so alive. I do feel like it's worth every penny, especially if you're a fan of the Rune Factory series, or you can always wait for a sale for this one. Now, lastly, we have Lynked Banner of the Spark. Now, this game was definitely out of my element and it's not quite what I expected, but if you love cozy sims, also want some intense action, this game is for you. I played Lynked Banner of the Spark for 2.5 hours and I just could not get into it. This game was for those who love cozy life sims like Animal Crossing mixed with dungeon crawling action like Hades. It's great for those who want some crafting and collecting but can deal with tough combat. It's definitely not ideal for your pure cozy gamers, even though it has a cozy mode. Now, it is available on the PC, Xbox, and PlayStation for $25. It blends cozy life sim elements with thrilling action, letting you craft, gather resources, and manage daily tasks in a charming village. You'll explore dungeons to collect materials and rescue people while facing action-based combat with multiple enemies, even on cozy mode, which reduces difficulty but still feels challenging. The permadeath mechanic, where you lose all items if you die in dungeon, adds high stakes to the adventure. Now, the art style here is bright and vibrant and really gives a cozy vibe, making crafting and gathering a relaxing joy while you're rescuing people in the dungeons, which adds a unique narrative twist. However, the combat feels overly tough even on cozy mode, which can feel very frustrating for casual players like myself. The permadeath mechanic in the dungeon is very punishing and you face multiple enemies at once, which can be extremely overwhelming and just overall takes away from the cozy vibes. Overall, after 2.5 hours in Lynked Banner of the Spark, I really loved the cozy-ish visuals that it had and the life sim parts, but I just could not do it with the combat. The permadeath made the whole game really stressful and just not fun at all for me. At $25, it's a decent value, but the combat balance needs a bit of work. I personally would pass on this one unless you love action-packed games with a cozy side to it. Now, that wraps it up for all the games that I played recently. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite game you played recently. I hope that you found this video helpful and it gave you some insight on whether these games were for you or not. If it did, be sure to like and subscribe for more cozy game reviews, and until next time, so happy gaming!